expected to open up with like Hunter and just take him by surprise.
Looks like he'll open with Mage here.
Yeah, Mage is a little bit poor against Druid, just because you can't ping down your opponent very well. That's kind of like an arena thing, but I think this will play out in a similar fashion, where the game is going to be, um, still in its early stages in the mid
Mhm.
game.
Well, looks like I mean,
Innervate, Tarzan.
there's nothing too wrong with these hands we're looking at. You can't quite tell it's Challenge Stone right now.
No, no, but that's the beauty. Like you have the opportunity to make some pretty solid decks, but they have those gaps.
Yeah.
You're just not going to be able to use a deck you already have,
Yeah.
and that creativity, we're hoping will differentiate the good deck builders from the great.
Mm. Well,
Man, that mage hand.
I
That
know,
better
right?
that better be a really good unstable portal. Oh, it
And it
is.
was.
Holy
Whoa.
cow.
All
That's
right.
like, all
Well,
right. Okay.
that's
Like
really
that.
good. Well, what are you talking about? It's a bad hand. Look at this. He's got Pyroblast in there. That lines up perfectly against Ancient of War.
No, it doesn't. Ancient of War is going to go down with 6 mana, and he might drop in another Innervate by the time that happens. It might come out on turn 4. It's going to be a turn
Yeah.
3 Tarsan.
Well, that's a turn 3 Sylvanas right there, which isn't too bad.
Yeah, the turn 3 Tarsan is a great answer. You get the
Yeah.
effect, and you get a nice trade. Um,
Well, I mean, there's a Fireball sitting over in Hype's hand, so
oh,
I mean, he
absolutely.
can steal Tarzan right there, or just, I mean, I guess
Or
it's
or
which one he
not.
wants more. And
I,
then his Pyroblast will be in time to take care of Ancient of Lore. How do you like that?
it's going to have to stay alive for a while.
Yeah.
I think the fireball here is really, really easy. Oh, Hype's like, yeah, I knew putting him two was bad.
Yeah. God, 2 Pyroblasts in his hand right now is just so terrible.
Oh, he is
Look
actually
at it.
taking it.
Yeah. Oh, it makes sense if you have a couple Pyroblasts, right? Because then he
Hmm.
can go turn 9 Pyro, turn 10 Pyro Argent
Pyros.
Squire.
No, no, Squire 0. You need to turn
Oh,
9 Pyro.
yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Just another turn, you can do Pyro Water Elemental.
Yeah.
And he's going to get that at the turn by the looks of it. Lifecoach is going to have to draw something out of Wrath. And actually, I don't even know what that would be. No, there's
I
nothing.
don't think that there
There's
is anything.
there's
He
no way
can't
he
deal
can
with
kill
this.
that. He cannot deal with that.
And that makes a pre-nerf Pyroblast. Pretty
Wow.
sick.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was
look
the
at Hype
pre
just kind of laugh at this. He's like, oh no.
the pre-nerf Pyroblast was actually the card that really stopped existing control decks from functioning. Like you couldn't play Handlock back then. People were like, "Oh
Yeah.
man, people just didn't know how OP Handlock was back then." They did, but everyone had a 10 damage direct card for 8
Yeah.
mana times 2 in their decks. So you'd do your Molten Giant taunt combo, and then you would die.
It, it was so frustrating playing against it back then. I remember just so clearly, the feeling of like, okay, if they draw well, thing is they're going to deal the 20 damage to you by turn 8 oftentimes. And
Yeah,
then if they don't draw well, they just double pyro you.
yeah.
There was no way out of it.
Wow, I really like the Loatheb here.
That's pretty good. Like, how do you deal with Tarzan otherwise?
Actually, Loatheb is the only way you can protect Tarzan.
Is he?
Yeah, because Wrath otherwise kills him. You
Yeah.
don't have a taunt or direct damage to kill his 3/3. Looks good to me, man.
Yeah, well, right now he's trying to calculate what cards could be in his
That's
opponent's
really
hand.
hard to do. That is really
Yeah,
hard.
and it's kind of funny because that's like, especially with Life Coach, he's someone that I think of as like the person who literally tries to calculate every possible thing that his opponent can do, but here it's impossible.
Yeah, we're going to the zoo. I mean, think of how ridiculous Hype's hand turned out. Like he had a dead hand with an unstable portal that dropped Sylvanas into a coin innervate Thorson that he fireballed himself, stole, and then made his game a tempo mage.
And a couple
Right?
7, yeah, I mean,
Let's not overlook how we got here, you know?
yeah. It was planned from the beginning. That
Planned
was
from
a
the beginning, yeah.
it was a brilliant unstable portal move.
It's the thing is with a druid lacking removal in a regular deck, now with fewer options, it's uh, I
Dude,
mean that Ancient of War is gonna have to do a lot, and it's
yeah,
just not going to.
look at the hand that he has. Because he's sitting here at 5. It's like, well, I can finally kill Tarzan when he has 3 cards in hand, or I can play an Illidan that dies very easily. This is so bad.
I actually think Illidan is pretty good. While Illidan dies easily, it does trade fairly well with the board. Like 5 health is normally terrible, but if you can kill Tarsan, that's something. That's like
Yeah.
5 mana, 5/5, force a trade. It's like 5 mana, 5/5 taunt. It's not really that bad. That's not really that bad.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's a good card here. He has it in all of his decks, but uh
Life Coach doesn't look so confident anymore. The focus is gone.
yeah, yeah. He's feeling the heat here.
I wonder.
Now, do you actually kill off the Illidan? I guess
Well, I
not.
guess with Loatheb you don't have to.
Yeah, yeah.
He is going for it. It's
Well, at
still
least he
five
doesn't lose
damage
his
absorbed.
Tarzan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually better because it did 6 to the water elemental. It's
Mhm.
like a 6/5 taunt for 5 mana. That's
Yeah.
like way better than a Booty Bay bodyguard.
It's so funny. You always know the names of all the cards you arena player you.
Yeah, it's a decent
Well,
one.
these pyros really gonna come in handy now, aren't they?
Yeah, he's got 7 mana. That's right off the
This just
bat.
works
Bam,
out
7.
perfect. I made a joke about that at the beginning of the game, and then it came true. I want to point that out.
Okay, you did. You kind of called
And
that one.
he is
Man,
like
look.
literally straight dead.
Yeah. The other thing is like with decks being this slow, it's hard to come back. It's hard to react. It's
Yeah.
hard to get back tempo. Man, that is a ridiculous game.
Yeah, the Pyro turn 7, Pyro turn 8, with a ping if he wants. Pretty sick.
Yeah. So what decks does Life Coach have? He has Paladin and Priest, I believe, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be a Priest here. Same arena meta game. In arena, yeah, for sure. Priest is like um, just an okay class, but because everyone is playing Mage and you hard counter Mage, it's suddenly bumped into like first tier. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean,
So
I felt like that was the best deck for Life Coach was actually his Priest as well. It looked really well
mhm,
made. It looked like it had plenty to deal with
yeah.
early game, and it had a solid late game as well. No mind controls, which I was kind of hoping to see. You know, maybe if you screwed up and put in the wrong
Yeah, he went
spell.
he went control, but not like full out control.
Yeah.
So let's see, mind control is a big card because you have no answer for those big minions. That's why mind
Mm.
control I think is pretty decent. It's really slow. It's always that risk that you never know if you want to take. But he might have to, being down one game against Hype.
Well, let's go ahead and see this game. See exactly what deck he did choose to go with,
You asked for
It is
it.
and it
Priest.
is going to be Priest. All right.
Oh man. Double Acolyte for Life. Oh, is that for Hype again? No, it has to be for Life Coach.
Yeah, no, that's Life Coach. He put double
Yeah, yeah,
Acolyte
yeah.
in there. Is
Yeah. Because
that?
Hype had that hand in his last opener, right? And he dumped them both.
Yeah, yeah. He had both them, and I think the Unstable Portal, which gave him Sylvanas, and thus the game.
I actually don't think Acolyte is that great of a card. I think a one attack minion is fairly unlikely, and 3 is extremely common.
Yeah, I don't think he needed 2 of them in the Priest deck. I guess he just wants to get a little bit more card draw. Like, he doesn't. You can't even play Power Word Shield in this format, so it's like, how else are you going to get through your deck, I guess? Priest doesn't have much draw other than that.
Oh wow, I was playing the Bomber. Now, he does have Bomber in a few of his decks as well. Bomber, okay, that was almost a disaster, but that wasn't great. Bomber is pretty good because it's kind of hard to get in that ping. Well, not for Mage, but because people like are not running 2/3 2 drops, the bomber is very often going to get value even in the mid, maybe late game, challenging another 2 drop because they're all 3/2s basically with this format. So the bomber, if it hits once, that's like 71% chance, and if it hits once, you can finish it off with a ping. So
Wow.
you get that value, you get the potential clear, and clears are hard. No flame strike.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that actually. 2 attack minion.
Ban him.
Ban this guy. Put the enhance-o-matic in there.
This like looks good, but this is like devastating against Shadow Madness.
Yeah. And well, he actually has double Akanai and Circle in hand right now, so
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's not really much choice here. You just kind of
And
that's too much damage on the board.
double double Dark Cultist.
I
He's
mean,
seeing if he has any other option, but yeah, there's nothing here.
No, and the thing is, he already did a lot of damage. Obviously, this will get killed off very easily with that 1 health.
Mm-hmm.
But then at least I guess he can't play a water elemental this turn, so that's good.
Wait, why not? Looks like a water elemental play to me.
Well, I thought he was going to ping this guy off.
Yeah, but you have 2 water elementals. You kind of got to dump it. Like when you're behind on cards against the priest, you're only playing the tempo game.
Yeah.
He's pretty lucky a Lifecoach didn't get like a Shadow Word ping though, because that often is the response here.
Yeah, well, he's got all his doubles in his hand right now. I feel like I would be so greedy here. I feel like I would so badly want to use the hero power on this water alley, maybe throw down a Dark Cultist with it. Just because I'm like, ha, you didn't ping it, I have to punish you for that.
I actually think attacking and then belching is the correct play.
You think so?
Yeah.
I must consider.
Well, let's see.
I actually know
Lifecoach
no,
falling back
Lifecoach.
into his slow play.
Lifecoach is actually a very tricky player.
Yeah.
I was carefully watching some of his games in his ridiculous win streak 1 month back, and it had to do with him making a lot of like close but second best plays,
Oh, really?
and his opponents would basically assume he didn't have the cards that ended up in the best play, and they would just get punished for it all day long. But that's gonna be a much less of a factor, if not a non-factor, in Challengestone.
There you are. Sorry, lost you just for 1 second there. But you're saying he was making second best plays?
Yeah, just to make his opponents believe that he didn't have the cards that resulted in the best play.
Is that a strat? Like,
Yeah, if the second best play is close in the scope of the game itself, it might be better not to use the best play in 1 turn. It's also because like the top tier players are so good at predicting things.
yeah.
It really throws off that part of the game.
It's kind of cool to hear about that. I didn't catch too many of Lifecoach's tournaments during that crazy streak. I remember that was like all the rage. Everyone's talking about it, Seat Story Cup, but
Yeah.
kind of cool. He's a really smart guy. Like, I love talking to this guy at events.
Yep.
Everything's really thought out.
Well, the Shrinkmeister's there. The Shrinkmeister kind of is the answer to the 5 attack creature because it brings up the 5 into the 3, which makes it Shadow Word Pain, Shadow Madness area. So Priest has a lot of tools. One thing, a little bit of a spoiler, but a lot of players throughout the interviews, as we saw already, kind of discounted a few classes as being bad. But my view of the decks as a whole, actually have no idea what to say. I feel like they're all like quite good. They're all like quite viable. And
Yeah. I can't think of a class that I would just be like, oh, this would suck in this format, you know?
I think Warrior might, because you can't use any of your removal. It's all 1 mana.
But I mean, you still have your weapons though, right? And that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the Shield Maiden's still around. I guess Brawl is gone. Yeah, a lot of the removal does go away. You just got to play You got to play life gain, life gain and weapons. There you go.
Well, that
I was
kind of
actually,
works.
yeah, I was thinking early on about shaman quite a bit because it's like, well, no silence, no BGH, uh, no Black Knight. Like suddenly Earth Elementals might become good. I
Yeah,
don't
but you
know.
lose all your removal too. Like you don't have hexes, you don't have like rock biters and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's always like give and take.
yeah.
MC Tech. Oh, that's a big one.
Ooh, yeah.
When you're down on cards, desperately trying to grab a spell, stealing a card draw is huge.
Mm. Well,
Now,
this
what
is
kind of
actually looking like super life coach favorite at this point. Even with that
yeah.
Northshire in hand, like he can just start drawing.
I think you double kill the threes, drop the Northshire and draw.
Yeah,
Actually, I think no. I think you're ahead enough that you can be greedy and save the Shrinkmeister. You have to keep in mind, like, with board clears being a bit of a rarity, I think it's somewhat likely from Life Coach's perspective that Hype would have a Blizzard in his deck. So you want to play around Blizzard, but there's no need to play around Flame Strike. So if you can
yeah.
just fill a board with 3+ health, you can just keep playing stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I'm actually surprised he does use the Shrinkmeister there, but I guess with the complete lack of removal, until he top decks his Flame Leviathan into a Blizzard.
Yeah. Wow, that is Blizzard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that play turned out to be quite good. I guess he can kill. What is it? Oh, actually, quite a few minions here.
Yeah. I think if you do go for the kill, you want to trigger both of the Dark Cultists.
Yeah, yeah,
So I think you do attack one, ping the other.
yeah.
Oh no, he's wanted to stop the draw. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's just gonna make a bigger Dark Cultist, I guess,
Well, hold on.
or
That's the other
possibly
thing.
MC
You
Tech.
you can actually kill everything but the Dark Cultists.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then you just leave a couple 3/1s out.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
I
you
quite
can
like that.
could
Yeah,
only heal one of them. So you just kill the
yeah,
other one next turn. You
yeah.
just
That's
have
quite
one
useful.
creature to deal with.
Damn, that is a top deck Blizzard right there.
Yep. Life Coach is gonna get another draw though with the stolen Thalnos.
Mm.
Man, that would have been good in Hypes' board with that extra spell
Yeah,
damage.
seriously.
Shadow Word Pain, not
Look.
particularly useful, but with Shrinkmeister, that's a good buy Antonitis.
Mm. And actually, it felt kind of crappy at first there, but I guess Antonice is out on the board. God, I love seeing Valen being played.
Hype doesn't though. Yeah, I don't think he's too happy about Valen being played right now.
No, certainly not.
He's just trying to fish for a spell that isn't Blizzard basically at this point.
Oh, this is rough.
Yeah, this is often the way a game plays through in Arena or just in the ancient times, the vanilla creature times of Hearthstone, where
Mm.
players are kind of slowly run out of cards and have to make somewhat suboptimal plays to kind of keep their hand healthy to the point where they
Yeah.
just get drawn out. But it's like totally impossible for this game to go Hype's way. Like that Holy Fire gains 10 life and does 10 damage.
That is so sick. Oh my god.
Like,
The game is better without silences and BGH, isn't it? I think that this is
oh, kill the
Oh
balance!
wow.
Oh man, Life Coach's smile is gone from that Pyroblast.
I think he's all right though.
Yeah, it's still like no way you lose this. And again, you play it like Arena. Like in Arena, the safest way to win a game that you're winning already is just to draw cards. Because if they like punish you with a Flame Strike or something, if you're ahead enough cards, they still will lose.
Yeah.
So yeah, instead of playing Ascension, don't bother with MC Tech, Blizzard, or some crazy stuff like that. Just draw more cards, play fewer things.
Oh, this is Not quite enough damage for lethal here. There's that combo though you were talking about.
Um, Actually, it could have been lethal if he played Sneeds and did Shrinkmeister Shadow Pain on Sneeds into one of the 2 charge legendaries.
You know what? He should have gone for that. You're right.
Should have done it? Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
'cause-
about Antonidas.
mm,
Lethal missed, guys. Lethal missed. Let's see what's in there. Oh,
oh,
okay.
not quite.
Nefarian. There's still quite a few Blackrock Mountain legendaries to grab out of that sneeze these days. So maybe with this tournament format we'll see some crazy stuff.
I think that we should see a lot of Sneeds, to be honest. Without Silence, that guy's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So, all right, his mage deck is down, and that leaves him with his aggro hunter and
Yeah.
that cool warlock, like that demon lockish type of deck. What do you suggest?
Oh yeah, it
for
was
power?
the lot of healing Warlock.
Yeah.
I think all that healing is going to be pretty useless against Lifecoach. But I don't know. Like when you're seeing Holy Fire, you can't pick a suboptimal hunter. You have to go with the Warlock.
Mm,
Because remember, the winning deck stays.
yeah.
So Lifecoach doesn't have the option to just rando switch. It's not really like a dice roll here. You want to play your best matchup, and that has to be the Warlock.
Okay. So we'll see if he takes out that warlock. But yeah, that life gain, I don't know how useful that's really going to be against that controlling priest deck, but a bit later on. I think we're just about ready with the game, so let's go ahead and jump into it.
Yeah,
See what deck he is going to go ahead and choose. And it is going to be the warlock deck.
a Warlock.
This is a pretty important game for him to win right now.
It's also pretty important that Hyped has not seen Shadow Madness. It just so happens that Lifecoach hasn't drawn it yet, and it is like the extreme punish for this Void Caller shenanigans.
Mm.
There is like kind of a meta game within this set of rules here from that. Like Void Caller, it can't be silenced. It can't be like dealt with. It's just like completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then Shadow Madness comes along with your Illidan in your deck.
Yeah.
Game over,
Yeah, for sure. By the way, I want to point out that was the quickest mulligan Lifecoach has literally ever done.
Okay.
It took him 1 second to mulligan one card, and he just clicked it. I've never seen him act that quickly, so... Do we have this on 2x as well?
One card that I'm not like too pleased to see in all of his decks is that Senjin. Like I think Illidan is actually kind of cool, but when you look at Senjin, he has like he has the odd attack and odd health,
Yeah.
which is not really great because it will just die to 5 attack if it doesn't die to 3.
Mm.
And I mean, he's got plenty of taunts in this fairly slow metagame.
Yeah, yeah. And, I mean, something like Senjin... actually, he's playing quite a few, what's it called? Earthen Rings, right? So he's kind of playing these cards that are, like, generally kind of easy to deal with. He's just, like, really defensive. I guess if he manages to beat down this Warlock deck, there's no way the Hunter deck should be able to get through him, though, right? With this many
Yeah,
taunts and
it's
whatnot.
extremely unlikely. It would have to be just one crazy weapon that just freeze traps and explosives down his board nonstop.
Mm.
It's usually those type of games that you lose, but it's even then, like I don't know.
Look at this situation. That is a scary, scary Void Caller.
Yeah, I think you actually just Senjin and do some face damage.
Yeah. I think you definitely have to build the board up a little bit for when this guy does bring down some sort of really scary demon. Hmm.
Gotta take your time.
I guess he could be considering like going for a card draw here.
He could actually get 3 cards by playing the Northshire, attacking in, heal with hero power, and then heal with circle.
Oh yeah, yeah, you could do that. I think it's better to save that right now because he's not like 100% sure what's in this deck. I'm sure he has a good idea and
Yeah.
he realizes this is scary. So that circle could be like the card that saves him actually.
Mhm. Well, what do you got? I really
You
want to
got
kill off
everything.
that wood collar, but
Yeah.
that is not easy to do.
No, certainly not.
Lothep does stop that Shadow Madness, so I like that a lot. Even with a Belcher, it's probably not great. You have heal in hand, you can kind of make up this life difference. You just got to get that Void Collar to trigger, and then you're in business.
Mm. I
Man,
think here you're probably just still building stuff, right? Like maybe play the Northshire and draw a card and attack face. Like you don't want to pop this 3-1, obviously. That's some scary stuff. You don't want to like trade everything to a Lotheb. Because what if Mal'Ganis comes out? You're just like, oh no.
I think you actually trade everything into Lothep.
Really?
Yeah,
So you trade like your 3-3 and the Dark Cultist?
yeah, and then you Northshire heal,
Mm.
or you can just go YOLO face here. You
He is
can.
getting low, and there's no Molten Giants in there. Those things cost 20, right? And have 8 attack. Oh wait, yeah,
Yeah.
it's only attack for the creatures, so.
Yeah. Okay. Probably going for the face play then.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, how does this guy actually punish you?
Yeah, there really isn't much that you can do.
Well, I guess all those heal cards we were kind of shit-talking before actually can be useful coming up if he lives.
Oh boy, how does he live though? He has to play the Mistress of Pain because if the Void Collar triggers
Yeah.
off of that, he's in trouble. And if he plays that, he can't heal directly. He has to like heal through other means, which is pretty poor. But you gotta do it.
Yeah, yeah. I think he probably just, I mean, he actually can clear quite a bit here. Like, he can
He
play
might be willing to take
Mistress,
this risk.
the Noyatron, and the Dark Bomb.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you get the Doom Guard, that's ideal. No.
Well,
Well, Mal'Ganis does stabilize heavily. Uh-oh. Those wide eyes from Lifecoach. Uh-oh.
I like it.
Yeah,
I
that,
think
that Mistress of Pain is going to start healing like crazy, but Lifecoach has the answer with the Shadow Word Pain. ×2.
he needs to drop that Noyatron. If he doesn't, there's like actually a... Wait, 3, 7... Yeah, there's like an easy clear if he doesn't do that, so... Wait, there still is. Right? Well, I guess it's not a full clear. The Mistress will still be sitting around.
With Circle?
Yeah, you drop your Auchenai. You use the Shadowward Pain on the taunt, attacking him
see.
Mal'Ganis in circle, and then you have like actually a pretty buffed out,
Yeah.
Auchenai against
you're
a
right, you're
1/2
right.
Mistress.
Is there any play better than that?
Definitely not. Like you have to kill Mal'Ganis, and this gets rid of Lotheb. It adds the health onto your guy. Seems pretty good.
Yeah, the more I look at it, yeah, you're absolutely right. The other play is just bad.
What is the other play?
I think it's like Auchenai ping the 5/2.
Yeah, that one doesn't seem as good.
No, no, it doesn't.
I don't know if that's a game-winning move.
King.
Yeah, there we go. All right, I mean that's really quite nice. Still, the hand isn't that bad. Or hyped.
Yeah, still
helps
some
for
hope
us
for
here.
him.
Yeah.
But he can't clear that. It's another.
Oh yeah, that would be a good play.
Siphon Soul.
Sick.
What about just Doom Garden here? I mean, you have 3 heals in hand. I like the Doom Guard.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it gets rid of the Auchenai. You can't just let the Auchenai sit there.
I don't know,
well.
you can.
All right. Well, I guess he's gaining some life and whatnot.
Got a cultist again. Wow, you could actually keep the Alkali alive and circle. Cultist, paint, cultist, circle.
Why would you ever do that?
Well, what does he have? He's 5 off lethal as it stands.
Mm.
Oh no, he doesn't have the mana for that. That would require 8 mana. Well, he doesn't have too much here. I think just an attack into the heal bot dropping Sylvanas is good enough. Uh-oh, it's happening. Oh, no.
No, I like this. This is good. Just
Very
build his
conservative.
board up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have the cards, so he needs to build the board up a little bit. He needs to have that type of advantage,
Yeah.
I guess. All I can think about right now is facelessing this Arcanine and killing yourself with a heal bot. Just staring me in the face. And, I mean, I think you were really right about the Doom Guard before. Because look at, like, everything is actually kind of worse than
Terrible.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, the Doom Guard actually would have totally changed everything, right? Like, he would have probably had to Holy Fire it or something like that, so...
His problem right now is he just doesn't have 2 cards. Like, everything is 5 mana, which is so bad.
Yeah.
Which is why that happens.
Oh, wow.
Another heal. Oh, jeez.
This is not what you're looking for here.
Yeah, but what you're looking for is sometimes not there.
Yeah, certainly in this case. But, you know, his hand is so big that he can still just take this.
Oh, he's really adding up some
every
numbers
turn.
here. Like, what do you think he's trying to figure out?
I think he's just, like, counting damage and trying to figure out how to stay alive and get his hand out there. Like, he's like, okay, well, this could be just a negated turn, basically. He's trying to gain some more mana, get 2 good spells out of turn.
All right. Well, I believe we're going to see Sylvanas in maybe about a minute.
Well, if we do see Sylvanas, I think that's actually, like, pretty nice for hyped, right?
With the
Because he
faceless.
plays... well, I don't think that's what you do, right? Like, I guess you could do that.
And just do Siphon.
Yeah, I feel like that's... Suddenly he's like, okay, well, this is the obvious Siphon target here.
Mm-hmm.
Because with the Sylvanas,
thing
I'm
is, like-
sure you're going to kill the heal bot.
You need more tempo in Warlock to make it work. Like, you gotta get down that Void Caller at least sometime.
But, I mean, he can't do that against Sylvanas on board. And, like, playing into their Sylvanas, it's so scary. Priest is the only class that can actually silence in this challenge.
Is it?
Yeah.
They have Silence and Mass Dispel.
Yeah.
Druids, nope. Neutrals, nope.
All the ones from Shaman you can't use because they're all...
You mean the one?
Yeah, that plus... Well, I guess Hex is kind of different.
Well, then mages get polymorphed by the same standard.
Oh, yeah, okay. So there is Polymorph.
And druids get recycle. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I totally forgot the recycle. You're right.
Yep. Get that in there. Alright. So what do we have here? So you were saying easy Siphon.
Yeah.
The more I look at this, the easier it seems.
Yeah, it's like Siphon Voidwalker. And the thing is, the Voidwalker is hilarious because it sets you up for actually reasonable Hellfire. And then we're sitting so low health, though. God, he already used both heal bots.
That's not the lowest. He'd only take 5. He's gaining 3. He's 11.
Yeah. I guess I'm just looking at this Holy Fire in the hand, and it's getting close. But the thing is, he has nothing else to back it up. This is, like, going more and more in Hype's favor, I feel. This, like, really slow...
Yeah,
figure this
more
out.
and more, but he's still got a bit to climb here. And this Sludge Witch is really big. Like anything that survives the Hellfire is just really strong because it's going to get that Dark Cultist buff.
Yeah, that's very true.
I wonder.
Analyzing the Hellfire option. Okay, so you're playing the Belcher here somehow,
Yeah.
right?
You
Like
have
if
to
you
play the
don't if
Belcher.
you don't play the Belcher, you're holy firing that 1/3, right? And take 5.
No, 100% you have to play the Belcher.
Yes. All right, good, good.
And this
You've narrowed it down a
mostly
little
was
bit.
big one. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's probably gonna get Hellfire, but it's not really the biggest deal. What if he does a Doomguard Hellfire? What do you think about that? Doomguard
see.
Hellfire.
Doomguard doesn't kill the Belcher, though. Oh, wait, no, yeah, it does.
It
Okay, yeah, I
does.
like that, yeah.
And it stays alive from Hellfire. You just have to not discard Hellfire through the discard mechanic of Doomguard.
Well, why wouldn't you Hellfire first?
Because you don't want the Dark Cultist to hit anything. You have to
Yeah,
Doomguard
but
first.
you deal 3 to the Belcher, right? And then the Belcher gets... Wait a minute.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
You
no,
mean
it's
just
fine.
bind
Yeah.
it down, but then he can challenge your Doomguard because your Doomguard's gonna have 1 health. No, the winning
No,
play is the Doomguard first.
the Doomguard first? Oh, okay, yeah, no, I see what you're saying, but... No, it's Hellfire first.
No,
Yeah, Hellfire, Doomguard.
Doomguard Hellfire. YOLO.
I
I'm
guess
totally not kidding.
It can be hard for priests to deal. In fact, now there's no smite, there's no holy nova, so yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying. I guess you could go with that.
Doomguard.
All right.
Oh, wrecked.
Brutal.
Oh. Well, it's not
Well.
the worst thing ever, but it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's up there.
Especially bad. Oh man.
Oh, with Akanai out. Look at that.
Yeah, but what can you do?
I would have dropped the Velen. I wouldn't even think about it. I would Velen so fast your head would spin.
I must consider.
Yeah, but then what?
I don't know. I'd think about it after I dropped that Velen. I'd windmill it down, and then I'd think.
Yeah, the
Because
best
there's
part
like so
about
many things you can do. You can like kill off the Belch with that plus slime. You can kill off the Doomguard. You can do some base damage.
I think you'd absolutely kill off the Belcher with the creatures on board.
I must consider.
Like you want to like ping and sack the Akanai into the first Belcher and then 3/3 into oh no, you can't ping because you want to ping for 4. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, you can do like Valen ping with the slime, or you can take out the Doomguard with that as well.
I like taking out the Doomguard. Also, Valens is very resilient against Faceless because then the Warlock Hero Power also does double damage.
That's true. Wow. I've just never had that come up. And look at that giant taunt right there.
Oh, that is not a mistake, boys. That is just a straight up explosive sheep.
It's actually really funny when I saw that in the deck list. I quickly looked at the rules and realized, nope, that wasn't him dropping too many of the wrong attack minions.
No, neither Hype or Lifecoach have made any errors in their deck building. They haven't been forced to. They haven't even been forced into Enhancer Mechano yet, guys.
I
It's a
hope
fun
that
card.
some players do get forced into that, though. It'd make it so much more fun.
Yeah.
You know what I would do is if I wanted Enhancer Mechano in my deck for some reason, I would absolutely I'd put in like Ragnaros or something, you know? Make you guys go through.
Base this time, boys. No more tapping.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a Holy Fire win. Again.
Wow.
Yeah, this
Good old
looks
Valen.
like Lifecoach's game here. It's gonna take so much for the Hunter to really come ahead of this Priest deck. This priest deck just has so many taunts, so many big heals that
Yeah.
it's just not happening.
Yeah, seriously, with Senjin and the fact, and Sludge Belcher, of course, and the
Mm.
fact that he can just heal everything up and you have no owls or anything. You don't even have kill command. Like, it
Yep.
already hurts enough in just
You
regular
get the
Hearthstone
quick
games
shot
to
though.
kill command that.
The quick shot's all right, but you got to keep in mind, like, while the Senjin, the 5 health isn't really that valuable because it dies to 5 attack creatures, but classes that rely heavily on spells and weapons, like Hunter, that extra point of health is absolutely relevant. So
Yeah.
if they're trying to combo with like a Glaive Zuka with a 1 attack creature, it kind of survives that. Survives a few other things. Maybe does a little better against Explosive Trap. So yeah, basically Hyped has little hope, but who knows? Um, while I saw aggro being playable in this format, I really have no idea to how successful it will be. But it
Mm.
needs to be pretty damn successful to win this matchup. So
Yeah.
let's get into it and see if Hype has any chance here in the opener. The opener is going to be the pivotal point. It's not so much the Hunter that has to get good cards, which he absolutely has right now. It's the Priest has to draw straight up garbage.
Well, Northshire plus Senjin plus Circle. Not too bad to start with, to be honest.
Yeah, not too bad at all.
Uh, we'll see how they draw after this initial part, though. I mean, I am a little bit nervous here for poor Hyped. I think he's
Yeah.
going to have to pull off the top very well. It looks like he actually auto kept that hand? Yeah, he didn't throw that bow back, so
Why
it
would he?
looks like well, I mean, he's got the curve, and obviously he's going to need the recurring damage of the bow with some
Mhm.
secrets getting drawn. Unfortunately, he can't use Mad Scientist. It's like, God, this is really bad old school Hunter right here, without the kill commands and Huffers.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
Glaive
Bazooka.
Zuka.
That's a nice draw.
Threatening 4 damage on turn 2 is so ridiculous. I
Well,
think the Northshire here is easy.
yeah, yeah. It's Lifecoach
Easy
though, so
Northshire.
he's gotta consider plays such as Circle of Healing, Coin Heal, and of course the Northshire.
Coin nothing. Oh.
Yeah. Coin the light shall burn you heal. Really sick play.
It looks like Hype doesn't really want to deal with that garbage creature.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you deny the draw, and because there's so much taunt and heal in the deck, that might be the winning play. But at the same time, like, you kind of have to win quickly for one, and two, it's not like the thing's going to get buffed. Both Velen's Chosen and Power Word Shield, the buffs of choice from
Yeah.
Priest, are not.
That is definitely a good point. Um on the other hand, he did negate that entire second turn. Like that was the worst turn 2 ever, just pass. So
Yeah.
I get it.
I like board development here more than anything. I think I like Juggler into Squire.
Mm.
Again, this is the Shadow Manus Punish, but again, I'm pretty sure it's in that deck.
Yeah,
It-
yeah. I'm
it-
like
it-
99%. There's
Well,
no reason you wouldn't play it.
I saw him add it to the deck at the start of the deck building, but I couldn't quite keep up near the end. He may have removed it, I guess. I don't know.
That would be really weird because he does have the 2 Shrinkmeisters, and it seems like it would fit into this format so well. Like
Yeah,
Sludge
absolutely.
Belcher is allowed, and that's like originally a good counter for that. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if it's not in there. He's just not drawing it.
Hmm.
That's right though. Who needs that when you can have Valen plus Holy Fire,
Boomster.
and with no BGH to stand in his way, the true Doctor Balance now.
Hmm. Well, you have the option of MC Tech. You take a little bit of a burst, but then you get that really nice and greedy Akanai Circle combo, which I very much enjoy. Um, I think I'm a fan. I think I'm a fan of just MC Tech or nothing.
I think that Well, if you don't play MC Tech, like, you never expect them, I think, to get 4 minions again if you're going to Auchenai next turn.
Yeah.
So,
M6's decent, right?
yeah, I feel like the MC Tech is totally fine looking at this hand and how few cards are in his opponent's hand, the fact that he's at 27 life still. And, I mean, if he trades, like, stuff into MC Tech, I guess you can re-examine, but a little bit of a greedy play there by Lifecoach. I like it. It's probably what I would have done, but, you know, I'm very greedy, so...
Well, here I think you develop the trap, weapon face, ping face, bam bam, 6 damage from the board. Let's go. Pass the turn to Lifecoach.
Yeah. Do you still go for the Circle Auchenai the next turn, then?
Yeah, like if you draw this out, if you try to stall one more turn, it can push you into a really bad situation.
Mm. Yeah, you have to start denying some of this damage. But it leaves you with like a 3-1 out against a 1-1, and it doesn't feel that good, right? Because these are all cheap cards.
It's okay. Oh. You can always double circle if you want.
What do you think about, like, are these 2-1s that important right now? Can you use this Shadow Word Pain?
On like the juggler, you kind of have to play something though. You'd have to do
like a coin MC Tech also.
Yeah, and that's not great.
Yeah, well, if he didn't MC Tech last turn, this would feel a little bit silly, but
I just don't think it's beat. Like, it's not beat by the Auchenai. The Auchenai is just better.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Yeah, it is actually just straight better. I think you'll probably
You lose the Auchenai, but it's not the worst thing. Like, you don't want to be that guy with the Auchenai that you have to play in the late game when you got like 6 life left against the Hunter.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine.
Amount of games we've all seen where the Hunter just leaves Auchenai up and goes to face.
This fight maybe a bit frustrated, getting roped every turn.
I think he's used to it. He's played Lifecoach enough times.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty garbage.
Yeah, but I think at this point you're probably using your hero power every turn anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like, I think it's Wolf Rider hero power go. It's just. Seems like he's really good, to be honest.
3 damage in.
Yeah.
I mean, Hunter doesn't really seem that bad.
Yeah, he's doing quite well with it. Well, he had a really great curve, especially drawing that weapon was really, really nice early on. Yeah, Glabezuka.
What does Hyped have to follow? You always have that no cards, top deck quick shot into top deck quick shot into top deck charger play.
I'm pretty sure quick shots come up in pairs of 2, just like Doom Guards. So, yeah, normally they're drawn pretty close to each other. But I guess if you hit it just right that turn, the first turn that you draw it, that can work.
Do you know how much damage is possible with quick shot in Arena and like a couple spell damage minions? Oh man.
I guess you can get multiple quick shots, huh? So you could have like 5 quick shots in a row,
or 10. Or you can have 10.
10 quick shots in a row.
Yeah, if you have a Sorcerer Apprentice from a Shredder.
Oh, perfect! Yeah. have you pulled that one off yet, Crip?
No.
Oh, okay. I would love to see the YouTube video of that. You'd totally gain another sub on your channel.
Okay. What? You're not subbed already? Oh man.
Yeah, I am.
Alright, well there's that boar. Well, he really just wants to do 1 damage to face, but he's not going to be able to do that this time.
This is gross.
Yeah, there's like nothing you can do, and yeah, he doesn't even play the weapon because he's quite afraid of weapon removal, and I think that's a reasonable expectation in this format.
Yeah. By the way, I do want to point out that you're not afraid of beasts being on the board because Kill Command doesn't exist and Houndmaster doesn't exist.
Yeah. Well, they exist, just not in this tournament format.
Yeah. No, they are erased from Hearthstone forever.
Yeah. The challenge is that you must have an odd number attack on every creature in your deck and an even mana cost on every spell in your deck. Quite a few interesting interactions. Lifecoach has chosen the very control-oriented setup with 3 decks basically being completely alike in terms of the creature base, and hyped a more varied approach. And we kind of see a little bit of a miss from some of the decks, but still all right. I think if the Hunter just queued into the average Joe deck, it'd still be a pretty good Hunter. But
Yeah.
man, that's a lot of taunts from Lifecoach.
Yeah, this is pretty annoying to have to use all this right now. At least he does have that second weapon. This is that lack of healing might actually really hurt him.
Well, it's a lack of healing so far.
Yeah, well, he has to turn it on every turn now, and he needs to draw that Holy Fire pretty quickly here also. That's not it.
Not that quickly.
Oh, healing 2 a turn. He only sees the bow. He knows 1 card in hand that was just drawn, right? So, could be a lot of different things.
This is actually fairly close to lethal if he booms here and draws circle. Yeah.
Yeah, of course we're counting the boom bots doing 4, right? What else would they?
Yeah, haven't you read the card? That's what they do.
Oh, they finally changed that text? Thank God.
Yeah, it was bugged. It was like giving some kind of weird range. It didn't make any sense. Alright, so what do we got from Hyped here? Oh, Bomberino. Is that lethal? 3/3? No, it's 2 off lethal. It's such a bad bomber, but what can you do,
Yeah.
man?
This bomber not too likely to do anything.
It does worse than anything if it hits the Acolyte, but
Yeah.
you kind of have to play it to slow down the game a little bit. Maybe hope that
Shit.
the Hunter can't close out the game next turn.
Should have played that Bloodfen Raptor.
Left and Raptor, another card that's it's got a bad rap. It's solid, 3/2 for 2, and it's a beast. Did you know that?
Yes, I did, but in this format, these don't matter.
I actually don't like that weapon re-equip at all.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
able to
agree
bluff.
with you there. Like, yeah, there was really no reason to play it. Like, when you look at his deck, he's got such a low mana curve anyways. Like, whatever he draws, he's fine.
Yeah.
And he can still play that weapon. Like, I guess he's... Yeah.
I know he had the Wolf Rider, but what was above Wolf Rider? Was that the top of the curve? Was it actually Wolf Rider?
I thought he had something above Wolf Rider.
Hmm.
Pretty sure.
Have we seen it yet?
No.
Just the bows have been
It was
3.
like, yeah, the bows and Wolf Riders are the only 3 drops that we've seen so far.
Okay.
I'm
Maybe
pretty
not.
sure he had something above that, though. But it was, like, super low curve. There was, like, barely anything 3 or more.
Mm-hmm. Lifecoach just grinding it out. One small minion attack at a time.
And, of course, Illidan. Right play. We need to see, like, a quick shot here, I think, right?
Yeah.
It's just about it.
Quick shot is lethal.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
that's not
not-
it.
He's still got a decent chance here.
Yeah. Well, But the thing is,
Lifecoach
Valen
has
feels-
the Velen's heal. It puts him 1 out of range on exactly the turn he needs it to.
Yeah, that is easily the only play.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else.
Okay.
If he plays anything else, he dies to the board. He has to heal for at least 4.
Yeah. No, it's not too far from lethal. He's 2 off.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if he lives through the next turn, he wins. So.
Just imagine he had a Shadow Word Pain from one of the boom bots. Bam, lethal. Yep. Think about it.
Yeah. Does explosive trap change anything now? No, no, it doesn't. Never mind.
No. Velen survives. Velen cleans house.
And there it is.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. I love watching his eyes roll back up into his head there. All right, so it looks like that is going to be a 3-1 for Lifecoach.
Yeah,
You know, when we
Lifecoach
were-
advances.
Yeah.
Now, today we're going to go over all the players, all the drafts, all the interviews. We're only going to see each player play another once, and tomorrow we're going to see the round of 4. It's going to be in similar fashion, but winners advance, and we have our first winner. We have Lifecoach.
Yeah,
Pretty
and
good stuff.
that's kind of what we were thinking when he started deck construction too, right? He was like really on top of it. Had his first deck done very quickly. Went
Yep.
over all his decks quite heavily at the end. It seems like he picked some pretty good decks overall.
I have to say though that Hype's one win with the Mage was about as spectacular as I've seen one. So I'm pretty happy that the format allowed for some shenanigans like that to happen. With somehow he decided double Power Blast was a good idea, and somehow by some miracle it was. So how
Yeah.
about that?
It's
Yeah.
really good when you unstable into a Sylvanas, which you fireball to steal Tarzan, which stays out for 3 to 4 turns. It's a really great set of plays, no doubt.
Is it now? All right. Well, we are going to take a little bit of a break, but before that, we want